name is Jim Peters. I'm the Executive Director of the Massachusetts Commission on Indian Affairs. I'm a Mashpee Wampanoag. My people come from Cape Cod. We've been there for thousands of years. I'd like to welcome you to this area. This is land of the Massachusetts people. But here we are on Thompson Island. This is a very unique island. It's one of the larger islands on in the system. As it's been told to me, this was a great meeting place. Up this way, well, now we see the Boston skyline, but we have one of the what they call the Mystic River, and also been named the Charles River, that comes from that way, from the interior, the west, and also some of the rivers come from the north. And we have the Neponset over this side. To the north we had the Abenaki, we had the Nipmuc, the Massachusetts, and to the south we had the Neponset, the Wampanoag people. And they came to this area to meet. We have, since this was regarded as a state park over the years, there has been a lot of archaeological surveys that have been done. There's a lot of shell middens. You can see there's, use of this area for quite some time. The shell middens are big heaps of shells. People maybe call them garbage dumps, but it shows that our people ate shellfish, and they put them in the piles. They use them for different things. And in those piles, you see all the different types of things that they've eaten, and they leave different things that they bring with them. So in this area, they were able to, through the digging, found that there are different things from different areas. Like to the north, they found metal pieces that some of the interior tribes use to make different things, tools and so forth. Different types of shells and wood or other type of implements that you would find, wampum beads and so forth from other parts from the east along the shore. And from the western part we would find other things that are from that area. And also through our oral history, there was a place up here that we all met and came to have a great council to discuss things that each of us shared in this area. In times of drought, there were times of heavy rains and hurricanes and so forth that and also to find out trades and things like that we all had different things that we each could use. And also, as we found more and more Europeans coming up and down the coast, we needed to counsel more to figure out how to deal with these new people that have different ways of looking at things. As we can see in the background, things have changed quite rapidly, since the 1630s and so forth, when Boston was found. We see today in 2004 that has changed quite a bit with this grand cityscape here, which many of you have had the opportunity to enjoy and be curious about, the architectural wonders that come with developing great land. And gee, when I think about where those buildings are over there, most of that was water at one time, and they took down some great hills. Massachusetts is the place of many hills, is what it's translated to be, and they tore down a lot of those hills to fill in the Back Bay, and many things have changed here. I think I find in my job that we're doing sort of detective work. Part of my job is to deal with my ancestors that are dug up accidentally, to review the different archaeological surveys that are done, and from that you can detect or deduct what happened during those days. Sometimes I think it's a little sacrilegious, when I think about dealing with ancestral remains and so forth, but even though it's difficult for me spiritually to deal with those, I think about some of the reports, some of the science that has been developed by looking at our people's remains, finding out how well they ate, whether there was disease, there's famine. You could find out those things about them, through even the types of diets, men or women. We have a lot of mothers who died with childbirth. Those type of things that we find out. We find mass graves of people, some from disease, some from other types of Indian sickness, sometimes as a result of other people doing terrible things to them. There's a lot of history out here in these islands. Our blood comes from this land. We've been here for thousands of years. The tie that we have to this land is something you can't really explain. That we have a love for it. Our instructions tell us that we're supposed to protect it, because if we protect this land, it'll always protect us and provide for us, so that we will always be able to survive as human beings. You know, we need the air, the water, the animals, the plants, and all of those things sustain us as people. And if we destroy those, we will be gone.